Hi, this is Riddick Big Daddy Bo, two-time former world heavyweight champion, and you're watching Cool True Sports.
True School Sports.
True School Sports.
There you go, champ. Thank you.
Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
Zurdo exposed by Bivol proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of Zurdo exposed by Bivol subscribers. Now, hope you guys are enjoying the very temporary name change. But speaking of Bivol versus Zurdo, I wanted to give some of my extended thoughts on the fight, and also I wanted to kind of break down these Comedy Box numbers because I was looking at the Comedy Box numbers on Twitter. And I thought they were kind of interesting, so I figured I'd share them with you guys. Now, according to Comedy Box, as far as punches landed per round, Zurdo outlanded Bivol in rounds 2, 10-8. Round 3, 14-9. Round 8, 8-5. Round 9, and round 10, 9-3. So round 10, round 8, round 2 or round 3, Zurdo outlanded Bivol in those 4 rounds, according to Comedy Box. Now, this did, whether you knew it or didn't, this did snap a streak of Bivol. Bivol hadn't been outlanded in any round, according to Comedy Box, for about like 5 years. It was a ridiculous stat. Straight up, it was a straight ridiculous stat. So Zurdo, according to Comedy Box, did better than the naked eye, and many people suggested he did. I gave Zurdo 3 rounds. They gave him 4. And there you have it. So there's that. But apart from the Comedy Box numbers, what I wanted to say is this: even though he may have outlanded Bivol on some of these rounds, I gotta be honest, and I'm only speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for anybody else but me. As far as big fights goes, Gilberto Ramirez's performance against Bivol was one of the most disappointing performances in a big fight I've seen in years. And I'm going to explain to you why. Now, is there any shame in losing to Bivol? No, there isn't. He's one of the best fighters in the world. He's a great fighter. I think one day he will go to the Hall of Fame. Truth be told. He's a great creme de la creme, top shelf fighter. But the reality is, Zurdo went in there for 12 rounds and he tried to outbox Dmitry Bivol. He tried to outbox him. The motherfucker's he rehydrates to a heavyweight. He's a big, massive gargoyle of a man at light heavyweight. And he tried to outbox Bivol. So he was big for no reason. There's no point in him being as big as he was. And it was just a head scratcher watching him fight, because obviously there were things Bivol was doing to offset a lot of things he wanted to do. But I was hoping for a point in the fight where Zurdo would throw some caution to the wind, and it ultimately never came. He never really tried, in my opinion, from what I saw. Maybe I'm wrong. I know it looks different on the outside than it does inside there, so I'm not trying to criticize too harshly. But I'm just saying, like, it appeared like he had the body language of a fighter that was clueless, that ran out of ideas early, and that when he got checked upside his head in the early rounds with the straight right hand, he went into survival mode. That's what it looked like. Because I can't remember which round it was, but there was a round where Bivol threw a straight right hand, and Zurdo literally looked like he saw Jesus Christ himself. And from that moment on, he got very weary and cognizant of that straight right hand coming from Bivol. Now, where does he go from here? Because honestly, I don't know where he goes from him. If he stays at light heavyweight, he could fight maybe a Callum Smith. That'd be a good fight. But I personally think he should go to cruiserweight. Try to pick up a title there and explore a future there, because this light heavyweight weight class, unless you're gonna try to fight some guys and make the weight comfortably, I think his time has run out, truthfully. Because to be the best, like I've said many times, to be the best fighter in this weight class, you have to be the best fighter in boxing. And I don't think Zurdo is going to be that. Just being honest. I like him, but I don't think he's going to be that. I believed in him because I thought he'd been maturing, and I thought he had been showing me some things in some of his more recent fights that had me believing him. But ultimately, when push came to shove and shit got hot and the rubber met the road, Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez was clueless. And while I am going to give him the blame, I'm also going to look at his corner, look at his trainers, Julian Chua and the fine folks at Brick House Boxing Club. Like, I'm sure they worked very hard. I'm not gonna sit here and say that they didn't work hard, because that would be I don't know that. I wasn't there, so who am I to criticize their work ethic? But based on what I've seen in the ring, it looked like they had no game plan. And if they did, and if the game plan was to go in there and try to outbox Dmitry Bivol, they're foolish. They're absolutely foolish. How could you have a man that damn big and try to outbox one of the best boxers in the sport? This fight, from the Zurdo side of things, it reminds me so much of when Joshua fought Usyk the first time, and Joshua, being the bigger man, tried to outbox Usyk. How foolish was that? It was very foolish. So, yeah, I'm very disappointed in Zurdo. As far as Bivol is concerned, when you look at his comedy box numbers, he landed only 24 more punches than Zurdo throughout the whole fight. He landed 131 punches on 643 punches thrown. Zurdo landed 107 punches on 878 punches thrown. So Bivol landed 20%, Zurdo landed 12%. Neither fighter was particularly efficient in the fight, but Bivol was significantly more efficient than Zurdo, even in a fight where both fighters were very inefficient. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and discredit Zurdo all together. I do think there were some good things he did in the fight, but where he lost me was he never really picked up his intensity. And it's fine and dandy to try to box with Bivol for the 5th, 6th, 7th round, but to sit there and not pick up your intensity, not pick up the punch output as the rounds go on, at least try to make it a fight. That's ultimately where you had me lost. And crazy enough, right? And I'm gonna end the video on this note. I'm gonna end the video right on this note. I couldn't find the comedy box numbers for Craig Richards versus Bivol. Okay, but I remember watching Craig Richards versus Bivol. I remember watching it on TV. Bivol hadn't fought for a good amount of time. It was his first fight after a long layoff. He fought Craig Richards, a good fighter who was coming off of a very, very great win in his career at British level against Shakan Pitters for the British title, where he was an underdog. Okay, he was actually he was taller, but he was also longer than Bivol, and he used his height, his athleticism, his reach to really give Bivol some fits. And truth be told, I think Craig the Spider Richards, little old Craig Richards, he did better against Bivol than Canelo did against Bivol, and then Zurdo did against Bivol. And, you know, truth be told, listen, I know the fight everybody wants to see for Bivol is a fight against Better BF Undisputed, which is the fight I want to see as well. I know if he doesn't get that fight, the fight that will most likely happen is Buatsi, who defeated Craig Richards. But nah, man, to hell with it. To hell with it, man. Give the Spider a rematch. The Spider, Craig Richards. He really looked good against Bivol. He did his thing. He really gave him a tough fight. What us as boxing fans were hoping to get from Canelo and we're hoping to get from Zurdo against Bivol, we didn't get it from them. We got it from little old Craig Richards. So sometimes as boxing fans, we think we're going to get something from certain fighters, these quote-unquote boxing stars, but then the guys that maybe don't have the fanfare, that don't get the attention, that don't get the credit they deserve, they're the ones that give us the tough fights and make great fighters like Bivol look less than spectacular. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, if you don't take nothing from this video, all right, if you don't take anything from this video, Craig Richards did better against Bivol than Zurdo and Canelo did, and that's sad. I think he won more rounds. He won more rounds by himself than both those dudes did put together, or the same amount. And that's very, very sad because Canelo's supposed to be a Hall of Famer. Zurdo's supposed to be this 44-0 great fighter and all that stuff. And I like Zurdo. I still think Zurdo's a very good fighter, and he will get some good wins later on down the road. But just like it was really frustrating to watch for me because I really was looking forward to this fight for much longer than most people. I have been talking about this fight since like last year, and it disappointed not because of Bivol. Bivol did his damn thing. He was all the way in his bag. Bivol is boxing. Bivol has mastered boxing. Bivol has mastered the art of how to win a fight by decision and outbox you. So he gets not even an ounce of criticism from me. The criticism falls squarely on the shoulders of Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez, because when the lights came on and he had a guy that was a certified creme de la creme, top shelf, real one in front of him, he did not perform. He proved his haters and the detractors very correct, and he proved people that believed in him and looked at him to be better than he showed very, very wrong. And for that, you know, that's why the channel for like a day or two is going to be named Zurdo Exposed by Bivol, because I just can't believe he didn't try to press the action on Bivol. You know, I just don't see why he didn't do that. But you know, easier said than done. I'm not in there. He is. So credit to him for taking the fight, stepping up as a real fighter. Credit to Bivol for taking the fight and honoring his mandatory challenger. And let's get undisputed next. So yeah, those are my extended thoughts. I talked about this already on a live earlier, but I wanted to give my extended thoughts in a shorter form. So yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. What did you guys make of the performance from Bivol, and what did you guys make of the lack of performance from Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez? Leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.
And I think True School Sports, he's the truth. One of the best YouTube, the best.
Ooh, the number one.
Number one.
Brandon, you've been there, man, and you're building up a good following with us.
Thank you.
And I'm proud to be a part of what you're doing, too. You are spectacular. And
you know,
thank you, man. All the best to True School Boxing, and keep up the good work.